Star Citizen, a video game that is usually classed as a hardcore space sim, but some of us here in the distance may consider this game to be a little bit different, more or less a screenshot simulator. This game has amazing graphics that is always captivating me, and its player base. It's a stunning game. But today, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can actually take advantage of this game's photo mode, either in or out of combat, or just to get some smooth, beautiful footage for your videos and clips that you may want to share with friends. But hey, I'd like to welcome everyone back to the channel for another video. You guys already know who it is. It is the biggest bird on the block, FC, aka Fried Chicken. Now, the first thing that you want to do before actually even messing with the photo mode features is to actually familiarize yourself with the keybinds. Now, this will apply if you're using a full-size keyboard, but if you're using a smaller one like me, you may have to change up the bindings a little bit in order to get it to work for your keyboard. So to begin, go to Options, then select Keyboard. Now, the keys that you must pay attention to the most is going to be Alt-4 and the Z key. Both of these play a very important role in order to activate the other keys in order to use photo mode in Star Citizen. Now, the F4 key acts as a modifier. You hold this key down, which will allow you to activate the other buttons within the number pad to use the photo mode features. Things such as field of view, point of view, depth, and then also blurring. Again, keep in mind you must hold down the F4 key in order to use these features. But now, let's head off into the field so I can demonstrate what these camera modes actually look like. But I do have a little bit of a warning for anyone who is wanting to actually use the photo mode in Star Citizen, and that is that this takes a bit of practice. This is an art form of its own to be cinematic, to be able to do really cool things while in motion. But let's begin all of this by starting off with the basics. In third person mode, holding down the Z button while moving around your mouse will allow the camera to rotate around your character freely. Now, if you wish to zoom in on your character, all you gotta do is hold F4 and use the scroll wheel. If you also hold the Z button and F4 button at the same time, you'll be able to zoom in and out and rotate the camera around your character. Now, if you wish to reset your view, all you gotta do is hold F4 and hit the star button on your number pad. Now let's bump it up and get to some more advanced camera functions. If you wish to move the camera around your character without having your character actually in view, hold Alt F4, F4, and then use the arrow keys to change your point of view, either left or right, or you can zoom in or zoom out of your character. Now, I actually use these features quite often in most of my videos, especially if I want to be like in third person view and I want to get a close-up of the gun in action, or if I wish to peek around a corner to make sure I'm well defended in a combat situation. Let's now talk about field of view and depth of view. Both of these actions require you to hold the F4 button. Now, while holding the F4 button and you hit the plus and minus button on your number pad, you will see that the edges of your screen will become blurry. Now, while holding the F4 key, you can use the arrow keys in order to move the camera around in order to make whatever your subject is either clear or blurry in definition. Now, if you add the Z button to the mix with some simple mouse movements, you are going to be able to achieve something like this, a very smooth movement with a really nice background that's blurred out while you're focused on your character. Now, if you happen to have a Tobii eye tracker or anything that can track your movements, then you can take these camera features to a whole nother level. With some sensitivity adjustments, you can make the camera function as if someone was running right next to you, trying to get that dramatic flair. There is so much you can do with these camera functions that the possibilities are almost endless. The only thing that's limiting you could be possibly your own imagination. So get out there and try these features out and see what you can actually do with them, because there's a lot that can be done. And boom, that is pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to it. Using the camera functions in this game does take some practice, especially when you're trying to be very cinematic and have a lot of moving objects on the screen. It can be difficult when you're driving vehicles or flying ships and you're trying to capture so much stuff all in the same frame. But take it slow and get some practice in, because you never know what you can possibly create with these camera features. Also, I said it earlier, these also come in handy when it comes to defending yourself if you happen to be camping behind a corner or something along those lines. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial I want to put out for you guys. Hopefully it was good, but make sure you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. Slap that like button because it really does help push me up in the algorithm so more eyes are able to see me. But you guys already know who it is. It is the biggest bird in the verse, FC, aka Fried Chicken. Big Bird out.